everybody, Natalia here. Today is Friday, April 7th, and it is the 7th day of Camp NaNoWrimo. Welcome to my Camp NaNoWrimo Episode 3 vlog. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is that tomorrow, which is Saturday the 8th, I am going to the 7 Sentences workshop with Maggie Stiefvater and Courtney Stevens, and I am super excited for that. I don't know Courtney Stevens' work. I haven't read any of her books, but I am getting a signed copy at the event, so I will be able to read her work after learning from her. So the entire kind of purpose of 7 Sentences is to teach us how to write an incredibly gripping first 7 sentences of our novel so that it becomes a hook that just puts its claws in you and you do not want to put the book down. So tomorrow I will be at the workshop from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. So it is a full day of learning and I am incredibly excited. I cannot do filming while I am in there. I am allowed to take photographs as long as there is no flash on my camera, so I will try to get some photos of it so that I can show you guys later. Alright, the next thing we need to talk about is Camp NaNoWrimo and what's going on with my manuscript. So, last night I'm getting ready for bed, I'm in the shower just listening to some Miss Mister, Florence the Machine, Lorde, and while I was listening to all these extremely powerful female artists, I started thinking about my novel and thinking about Charlotte Barclay, who is my main character. And I realized that my novel is currently lacking the darkness that I want in it. So my outlook on like fairies and fairy lore is that it is not all happy-go-lucky, it's dark as well. So there is certainly a lot of darkness in fairy lore and culture, and I want that present in my book as well. And I realized that right now I have a creature, a presence, that is pretty benevolent right now, I would say, and I need that character to be more malevolent. I need that character to become a darker presence. I need this character to be frightening and intimidating, and I need this character to be someone that Charlotte not only respects, but fears as well. And for this, you know, to make these changes, I'm going to have to edit a lot. I mean, I'm equal parts excited and intimidated because editing a novel is difficult. I love it because it's when I really polish up my work and I feel like I can make my words shine and my story shine, but it's also extremely time consuming and it can just feel like too much work. It's like biting off more than you can chew, but I'm trying not to let myself get too intimidated right now. So again, I am really excited moving forward because I feel like I have renewed energy for this novel, but I'm also like, because I know how much work is coming up once I finish it. Alright, Amity Miller on Twitter said, I would love to hear about how you deal with motivation and inspiration issues during Camp NaNoWrimo. Thank you, Amity, for sending that to me. That is a fantastic discussion question. So inspiration and motivation. For me, those are 2 very different things. I'll start with motivation. Now, motivation for me is getting up and feeling like I want to work on my novel and like I am excited to work on my novel. And that happens less often than I would like it to. But just because I'm not motivated to work on it doesn't mean that I just put it off, because if I don't feel motivated on Monday and I put it off, then I'm still not going to feel motivated on Tuesday and I'm going to put it off, and it's just going to snowball until 2 months have passed and I'm like, oh my god, what did I even write in my novel? Now I have to reread it all and figure out what I was working on, and once it gets to that point, I'm not very likely to pick it up again. So motivation for me is just good work ethic. It's waking up every day and saying, I am going to work on this novel whether I want to do it or not. Because for me, I love writing and it is a hobby of mine, but more than that, it is the way that I am trying to make a career for myself. I want to be able to fund myself through storytelling. So because I am working toward that goal, I have to be much more serious about writing every single day. I can't let myself just say, I don't want to write this week. I don't want to write this weekend. I have something going on. Because if I do that, I'm not going to finish anything. Writing a novel is a huge task. It takes some people 5 years to finish writing a novel, and I think every day about that end product. And what I've mentioned in other videos before is that I give myself a little gift when I finish a manuscript, because I know, while I'm writing, I know that I'm working toward that gift and it really keeps me going, and that is character art. I will always commission an artist to do character art for me once I finish the first draft of a manuscript. Inspiration for me comes mainly from two places. One is music, and then getting out in nature is the other way that I get really inspired, by hiking, camping, going on a walk. If you are feeling uninspired, which is leading you to feel unmotivated to work, then go back. What I would recommend is that you go back to what inspired you to write your novel in the first place. For me, I was on a hike when I felt inspired to write my fairy novel, which is why hiking is so incredibly helpful. For me, I like to do the things that remind me of why I wanted to write that novel in the first place. Go back to basics, go back to the beginning, and that really helps me. I feel like I rambled a lot during that whole question and answer session, but hopefully that helped you in some way. Thank you to everybody who participated in the character art day. You guys sent me some gorgeous character art images, and I am so glad that you participated. If you didn't see mine, I am going to go ahead and include a clip of that right here. This is my main character, Charlotte Barclay. I decided to include the flowers and the snake in this image because I was trying to communicate that she is becoming one with nature. So what I am going to go ahead and do is, let me see what time it is. It is 11 o'clock right now, so I'm probably going to write a little bit, and then I have to go and do a pet sitting visit around like 12 o'clock, so I'll do that in the afternoon and then write some more when I get back, and I will give you an update here in a few hours and let you know what is going on. All right, see you soon. Bye. Can you tell that I've been out and about all day? Because my hair becomes a little bit poofy and messy. So it is the afternoon. It is about 3 o'clock now. My boyfriend gets off of work around 3:30, 3:45, and I'm gonna have to go pick him up. So I'm going to give myself about half an hour to write, and I am going to check in after I've done another writing session. This morning I wrote 363 words in a 15-minute time span, and I was really happy with that because I'm over 4,000, 4 or 5. Okay, I am currently sitting at 5,042 words, and that is after I wrote 363 this morning. I am still ahead of the bar. I am definitely on track. Today I needed to hit 4,666, so I have achieved that. Tomorrow I need to hit 5,333. So I want to still be a day ahead, which means I need to write 300 more words today, minimum, to hit that. So I am going to go ahead and get to work, and I will check back in with you once I've hit 300 words. All right, bye. All right, I just finished my second writing sprint of the day, and in 10 minutes I wrote 307 words. 300 was my goal, so I am on track with that. And that puts my total Camp NaNoWrimo word count at 5,349 words. And I guess I will sign off for now, and I will film again in just a little while when I'm writing again. All right, bye guys. Hello, I am back from picking up my boyfriend from work, and I got some more writing done. So I went outside and I wrote out there for a while because I really just like being in nature as much as possible. It really calms me and gives me a lot of ideas. Unfortunately, I don't have any good seating outside except for a lounge chair, and the lounge chair was kind of wet because of all the snow that we got, so I didn't stay out there very long. I'm back inside now. But I did write more. I wrote 318 more words, which puts me at, let's see, 5,667 words in total for Camp NaNoWrimo, which puts my daily word count at 988, which is fantastic. That is the most I have written in a few days. Okay, everybody, I have decided that I have written enough for one day. Thank you again so much for watching this vlog, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, bye.